Hey guys, so I've put the Injen air intake in, and I'm very surprised at the results. Actually, I did notice around the city streets that I had a bit more power. I didn't make the video at the time. Now that it's cooled off a little bit and I'm out on other roads, man, it's good. It just makes a lot more use of those revs. Up at 5 and 6, it just pulls really hard and a lot more torque. I can feel the torque, and a little bit more in the future. I'll talk about tuning and ECU tuning and that. Of course, it should be tuned. I don't know what Subaru's software engineers have done with the parameters for the air intake. So obviously, you'd always want to get a tune. Yeah. Also, I was mucking around with the DCCD, and just remember that, like, if you're gonna muck around and leave it locked, when you get back to the car, even though it might be on auto in the middle, when you flick it, it'll still remain on locked. I think even if you restart the car. Okay, so let's read. Yeah, so it's remembered that manual diff setting, which is kind of cool, but it would be nice if it remembered to leave it on auto minus. Find it really irritating. You know, so if you do flick it over, while you're driving, you actually can feel that rear bias. Like, if you go like that, like from auto to that, when you're driving, you can feel the steering get lighter straight away, and the back do more driving. Pretty fucking cool. Again, I'll remind you guys that this is I think a very badly designed instrument cluster, and it's not because it looks cheap or anything. It's just that this gauge temperature, it's not something that would ever stand out to you when it goes into the red. And, you know, unlike some 10-year-old German cars, which you all might well know I don't like, there's no overheat light. There's no indication. In my other Subaru, the whole cluster flashes when the fuel goes low, and I have to go further into the manual. But yeah, just remember that there's no overheat light. So the Injen Evolution airbox, really, really good results. I got it for $500. It's a lot of money, but I was going to spend like high threes and low threes on basically something that is not legal. I better show you guys, because I did do it before, but yeah, really good, and no noticeable noise from the engine, but you can hear the turbo more, like the high frequency side of it. So yeah, lots more power. You gotta, have a power increase to feel the difference, and it's certainly not my imagination. A lot more torque, and it takes a lot longer to go towards the red line. A lot longer, like as it revs out. And I was just looking at the speed, and I just couldn't keep doing it. So it was like, yeah, good result from the Injen Evolution airbox, and it just happens to be, I stumbled across it today, but like, it is enclosed, and I was going to spend a bit less on others, but this one, has a drain at the bottom. It's got that huge sort of reserve sort of area of catchment for air. So when you punch it, and it is using the factory sort of snorkel design. So yeah, good result. Let us know if you guys have had any other results, but I find the results particularly pleasing, and definitely has to be the 10% power increase. Yeah, or was it 10%, 5%? yeah, 10 kilowatts, just say, or they say 26 horsepower. But it's not about the kilowatts, it's about just that pulling power, and it takes much longer to rev out. The engine's actually taking longer because it's getting more efficiency, I guess, as in it's putting the power down on the road. I don't know. All I know is it's really, really quick now. Okay.